Hello. We're continuing with Shadowrun Hong Kong in just a quick minute. As soon as the game loaded, really. So here we go. Make it a little bit more quiet for myself. Continue Bong Bong's adventure in beautiful Hong Kong, or more specifically, HEOI. Hello, or would HEOI be suitable as a greeting? HEOI. Or is that culturally insensitive? Does it matter? Not for me. What did we do? We finished the quest. We need to do the post-quest talk, I believe. If there is one. You know I have an exam tomorrow, yet you stream. Wait a second, tomorrow is Sunday. Why do you have an exam on Sunday? Or is it like... Is it already Sunday for you? Anything else we need to talk about, Rakta? Stolen research means... Are we gonna start with him? Seriously? Am I gonna go into voice overdrive right off the bat? Give me a second, I need to... The stolen research means more to you than money, doesn't it? He nods his head. Yes, much more. It was my life's work. It was important. Reducing it to bargaining chip was a deadly insult both to me and all those who would benefit from my work. I don't think I've seen you get this intense about anything. The corner of his mouth tilts upwards. I suppose that's probably true. It is a matter that's near to my heart. Indeed, it ties into the guiding philosophy of my life. Care to elaborate? Tell me, are you familiar with the concept of transhumanism? The transformation of humanity as a species by technological means? Sure, if I'm not mistaken, we're already living in a transhumanist present. Sorry, never heard the term before. Huxley coined the term in the late 1950s. We are somewhat living in a transhumanist future, considering, like, body augmentation and modification, right? And the fact, like, rigging and decking is also going into that direction. Yes, that's right. Transhumanism is no longer philosophy, it's a fact. Look around you. Cybernetics are an important aspect of everyday life. Further, I would argue that the synthesis of man and machine is the crowning achievement of meta-humanity as a people. Cyber-technology is an impressive technology feat, but a crowning achievement? No. Yeah, I would say that it is pretty fucking impressive, actually. In such a future, the capacity for unlimited self-repair would be indistinguishable from immortality. You can see, then, why the theft of my research came as such a blow. My former colleagues hadn't just stolen from me. They'd taken my contribution to the future of our species and reduced it to a bargaining chip. Also, of course, now that we know what Koshei is, knowing that in Russian mythology, it is somewhat akin to a lich with a phylactery. Considering how he thinks of transhumanism and self-repair and equates it to immortality, it makes sense, right, that he called his drone like that. I get it, I'd be upset too. When are you planning on killing him? Bongbong is most interested in, like, just butchering people. Soon enough. Still narrowing down the location. Ares Asia Holdings has enclaves all over this island. Wouldn't do to raid the wrong one. All will be made right soon enough, though. I'm nothing if not patient, man. I can wait. He rises, brushes himself off. And with that, I'm afraid that I'm going to have to bid you good night. Taken enough of a break for one evening. Still work to be done, and it would be lax of me to put it aside any longer. Thanks. It was interesting. He nods at you. Good night. Gotcha? Oh, we can level up as well. Damn, that's sweet. The cabin is in a far better state than it was previously, so I guess time has passed in-game. The heat has been adjusted down and the ventilation restored. The boxes of junk and parts have been stacked and neatly arranged, and Gotcha's small amount of personal gear is tucked away in a corner. There's a small mat in the center of the cabin that looks like it doubles as both a rug and a sleeping pad. Gotcha is seated in the lotus position. Of course he is! Eyes closed, his fingertips rest on a braille reader that is plugged into his PDA. The device fills the room with a soft clicking from the pin combinations. As you approach, he lifts his hand from the reader's surface. Hello again, Bong Bong. Is there something I can assist you with? Carved a nice little spot here. I was hoping we could talk some more. Got a minute? Checking your email? Reading a book, actually. The pin's pressed up from the reader, each syllable or character scrolling from cell to cell on the surface. Takes some practice, but once you get the knack down, it is simple. I suppose I could have the book read to me, but prefer reading it this way. Read to me, rather. Now, what it is that you wish to discuss with this man of Gotcha? He wasn't with us on the last run, so there's no point in asking him. What are you reading? I want to know more about what it's like to be a ghoul. What are you reading? Gotcha draws himself up, folding his palms in his lap. With one toe, he pushes the... With one toe? Why specifically with just a singular toe? He pushes the braille reader away. It is called Hagakure, Hidden Leaves. Isn't that where Naruto lives? Written by Yamamoto Tsunetomo, rather, as a treatise on what it means to be a samurai and how one should best serve one's lord. Required reading for the Red Samurai, unsurprisingly. Oh man, the fucking academic. It's like, even just now in the talk to Rakta, we could have chosen an academic etiquette. And it pops up again. Are there like 99 skill checks for academic and one for each other? Looking for hidden meaning? I have it memorized, but sometimes I have found that reading the words reveals new meanings, yes. I may have left my old life behind, but old habits are the hardest to shake. Did you see the Limbus Company videos? No, I didn't. I did see them, but I didn't watch them. The author has a central thesis. When there's a question of life or death, always choose death. Throw oneself into the fray with no resignations and act on instinct alone. My current state of affairs speaks the truth of this more robustly than any lesson in a dojo. What's the rest of the book about? Sounds a little crazy. That doesn't sound too different. It sounds a little crazy. Like, just throwing yourself at death is not necessarily the right mindset. I think there's a fine line between clinging to life like a coward or throwing yourself away like a kamikaze madman. We live in a transhumanist society. What is that fucking emote? It's a global Twitch emote. Jesus. Exams all along the week. Sundays, though? Why on Sunday? This is crazy. Now you see why I always take academic. You just feel like you're playing as a moron without it. Yeah, but it's like gaming the game. You know what I mean? Always taking the best path. Always getting the most information. We're role-playing as Bong Bong here. Of course we're like dummies. So it seems to most in Japan as well. Most are unprepared to live by the code of Bushido. Like any special forces unit, the Red Samurai are elite. Those that cannot meet the stringent requirements are not looked down upon. They are simply not exceptional. You are? Obviously he is. Obviously, I'm not only a Red Samurai, but one who managed to live when his unit tried to kill him. I have survived and even begun to prosper. What is that, if not exceptional? So he's the strongest of the strongest. Tsunetomo believed that to truly embody the virtues of a samurai, adherents should be mindful of their path at all times, never stop training, always question how one's actions reflect on their lord. Above all, be prepared to do your duty instinctively at any time, no matter what the cost. Instinct seems better suited to a ghoul than a man. A dangerous path to walk indeed. And another academic check. I can't fucking believe it! If I recall correctly, the author was a bureaucrat who never fought anyone. I'm certain it is, but what choice do I have? Without a cure for my condition, all that I am able to do is embrace the reality of what I have become. It does not seem like much of a choice at all to me. What does he say about masterless samurai like you? What would he say about your refusal to kill yourself? Is he masterless? Would we really consider him masterless? Can't samurai be their own master? 7 times down, 8 times up. Gotcha smiles thinly, wrapping a claw on the hilt of his sword. What? More specifically, if a samurai has not been a ronin at least 7 times, then he has not truly lived as a samurai. Ronin are masterless samurai, right? Like roaming ones, basically, right? Those were different times, however. It was common for samurai to fall out of favor with their lord and be turned loose to wander. For company men like myself, the choice is serve or die. Is there anything else you would like to discuss? What about this, your father? Do you want to continue talking about this? Yes, I do recall you asking about that. Gotcha's reticence is palpable in the long silence that follows. He does not continue. He said that if I came back later, you'd tell me what happened. If you don't want to talk about it, we don't have to, you know. Gotcha sighs heavily, nodding. I've given you my word, and I intend to keep it. Do not be concerned. I simply have not spoken of my family in a long time. Are you close? Not any longer. I have not seen my father for many years now, nor my mother or sister. I wish I could say that I missed them, but I feel that I hardly know them after so many years apart. Yasushiro gave me an ultimatum after my run-in with Shiawaze's security. He told me that he had cut a backroom deal with a rival in Shiawaze to keep me out of prison. The charges would be suspended if I finished high school and studied at Kyoto University with the intent of joining Rinraku. If I did not, Shiawaze would take me into custody and I would spend time in prison. Typical corporate politics at work. The rich protecting each other. Bongbong wants to bring the establishment down. Does she? That is one perspective. I prefer to think of it as a man protecting the son that he loved because his son was stupid and thoughtless. This was the act of a man harming his company to protect his family. Pardon me. I do not think that is a common quality in these times. I had always taken my family for granted, raised in a Rinraku family, going to Rinraku schools. I had always had a sense of place, of belonging where I was. The thought of all of that vanishing, I simply could not imagine it. Suddenly, the reality of my actions became clear. Gotcha runs his fingers over his bald scalp, smiling distantly. From then on, I tried to be the son he wanted, and he seemed glad of it. We grew much closer over the next few years. He took time off to visit me when I was living in Kyoto. Why is it unusual? He was a very busy man in those days, a lot of responsibility and very little time for himself. I was impressed that he could carve off as much time as he did, just to go camping with his son. Camping doesn't seem like a very Japanese pastime. Well, there are some anime about it. A lot of nice wilderness in that part of Japan, I bet. I hate camping. All those bugs are dirt. Gotcha smiles, waving an open hand in the direction. To each their own. While I've lived in cities all my life, it is only because that is where work has forced me to be. Given a choice, I would much prefer to settle in a rural area. It gives one space to brave. We made several trips to the area between Kyoto and Nara, around the village of Ide. We camped in the mountains above it. We would hunt wild deer and boar there, using my family's antique arquebus. Is that like a crossbow or something? It sounds like arbalest. And arbalests are similar to crossbows, aren't they? They're like automatic crossbows? Is that right? Strange choice of weapon. It is a choice of expediency. It is nearly impossible for a private citizen to own a firearm in Japan, which is why you may so often read of Yakuza attacks involving swords and cleavers. As the Tanegashima that my family owns is from the 18th century, it is exempt from ordinary regulations. Gotcha chuckled softly to himself. Perhaps ironically, hunting with my father is how I learned to prepare raw meat. Strange to think that such activities served as a training for my current state of affairs. How do you prepare it? What is the process? Soak the meat in brine water and simmer it at a low heat for several hours. Cooking with Lambda. Let it cool and repeat the process over several days. It cannot get too hot or I am unable to eat it. This process brings out the collagen in the meat. When it is done, I spike it with ginger and sancho pepper. Again, not too much. Mundane food is anathema to me. Sighing happily, Gacha stares off into the distance. When he looks back, he smiles broadly at you. Those were good days. I'm sorry I cannot go back to those times. When one joins the Red Samurai, one must give up all attachments of one's previous life. The company, the code, and the unit become the entirety of your world. That is an incredible amount of focus. It is. That is why the selection process is so rigorous and so many fail. There's no shame in failing. Simply being allowed to participate in the test is a mark of excellence. Applicants must be human, Japanese, and utterly devoted to Renraku. Your unit becomes your family. Your commanders your father and mother. Your teammates your siblings. Red Samurai are not allowed to reveal our identities and position to anyone outside the Special Operations Group. Even if we wanted friends outside the unit, we could not have them. Wow. They are like the specials of the specials, I guess. Impressive. It's like... Well, is it much different than working... I don't know, are you allowed to tell people if you're working for like a alphabet agency in the US or something? Or even in like police special units, I guess you're not allowed to talk about... Wait, give me a second, my phone is ringing. I do seem to remember that like the German special forces are also not allowed to... Like they always have to wear masks and they're not allowed to... Sorry, I've lost my train of thought because I was reading. They're not allowed to tell their family even what they're doing because, well, if anyone gets wind of that, of course, the family is a weakness. Anyway, let's continue on. How did you end up joining the Renraku military? I guess he's gonna say, I'll tell you next time. Fair question given my youthful indiscretions. Oh no. Gacha leans back, his blind eyes turned towards the ceiling. Are you familiar with the HEOI'S? Another academic skill check! Everyone thinks I'm an idiot! Bong Bong is so smart, she broke reality and became stupid. Yeah, like, she's acting, of course. You are no samurai, Lambda. No, I'm certainly not. Simply do not be retarded. That is incredibly, like, these instructions. Are you really... Do you know who you're dealing with, Blue? Arquebus is an old gun. Oh, it's a gunpowder weapon, okay. How are you? I'm okay. Death Vault? I'm alright. Are you okay? Hope everyone is fine on this nice Saturday evening. Exams or not. I hope you're fine. What's that? What's the HEOI'S? The HEOI'S are the political arm of the Japanese military. Much like the commissars of the Soviet Union, they are responsible for enforcing political and social orthodoxy. This is not just within the army, mind you. They also enforce certain laws with regards to the general populace. When I was enrolled at Kyoto University, I studied global security and political science. It is the major generally used as a gateway to private security postings with both government and corporate militaries. I knew I wanted to fight. I was a young man and my blood was always up. That is a euphemism, isn't it? One of the requirements was that students join the youth brigade HEOI'S. Some countries are just more authoritarian than others, right? It's actual loyalty and actual love to their country, and it's considered a virtue to serve your country like that, even at a young age. And if you want to reach anything, you have to go through government means, basically, right? And I do guess, like, the more eastern you go on the Western centralized world map, the stronger that becomes, right? At least it seems so. In Asia especially, loyalty and discipline and obedience to a government and to elders and stuff, it's very important still. While in the Western world, I guess we lost these, whatchamacallem, yeah, this way of life, I guess. The Youth Brigade is a bit like the ROTC in North America, the Young Falcons in the Sioux Nation, Sioux Station, or the District Officer Program in the Republic of Korea. Members learn to be soldiers without actually joining an army. They perform community service and promote civic pride. Civic pride? That's the key word I was looking for. Civic pride. Performance and prestige in the campaign are used to dictate later job opportunities, a bit like a good internship. Did you enjoy it? You have to be a good fascist to get a good job. Seems like the kind of thing Renraku would look favorably upon. When I was in school, the mega corporations looked favorably on youth brigade service. At the time, the interests of the emperor and the corporations were aligned, a grand drive to return Japanese industry to the forefront of the world economy. Good marks from a youth brigade commander were a sure sign that you would be offered a good position with corporate security, and I wanted to be the best. These days, the mega corporations have begun to resist that kind of nationalism in favor of corporate pride. Youth brigade service is becoming a black mark rather than a positive. Gotcha shifts, resting his elbows on his knees as he leans forward. I do not know if the alternative is any better though. When I was nearing graduation, I was approached by a recruiter with Renraku security. She told me I came from a good family and could have a promising career with the company. She offered to fast-track my application towards a potential Red Samurai position, 3 years with the Renraku military as a junior officer, and guaranteed placement in a Red Samurai training billet of my choosing. Wow! The pay was good, and the excitement of being an elite was an attractive proposition. I accepted, but I did not truly understand what I was signing up for. As I told you before, they forced you to give up everything except the company and unit. That was made clear to me, but I did not truly understand it. What happened, or did you regret it? On the whole, no. I do not know who I would have been had I not joined. Perhaps there are things that I miss, but regret is perpetual. One is always tempted to ask, what if? But there's a trap. It's a trap! Gotcha wraps two knuckles on his breastplate. This is who I became. The armor was my protection and my identity. The training was extremely difficult, both mentally and physically. I knew that I would be isolated from my old life, but I did not anticipate the full extent of that isolation. All Red Samurai recruits report to a facility called The Forge in Chiba. You are assigned a unit, you and 4 other recruits, and for the next 2 years, The Forge will be your home and prison. Shaking his head wistfully, Gacha snorts. It seems ridiculous in retrospect. We were all so young. None of us had any idea what we were doing, except trying to become the best soldiers in the world. And yet those strangers became a new family, in the absence of the old. Wow. Do you want to continue talking about this? I'm actually kind of interested. Tell me about the members of your unit. Gacha wrinkles his nose as if smelling something foul. That chapter of my life is over and done with, and they are no longer part of my world. Why would you care about any of that? If they're still hunting you, I need to know about them. Didn't he say that he, beat them? If I understand how you were trained, I can make better use of your skills. He said they become your surrogate family. That's important. Yeah, let's go with family angle. You make a wise point. Commanders should know their soldiers as well as they know themselves. Very well. Gacha looks down at his hands, picking something out from beneath one claw. Some grime? He continues to look at his hands while he speaks. When I was younger, I would have more readily cut off my fingers than tell you what you ask. You must understand that secrecy is absolute among the Red Samurai. Your identity becomes secret, erased from any database that might connect you to the Red Samurai. You use only your code name when you're in the field, and your given name is known only to your commanders and your unit. Even other Red Samurai units have no idea who you really are. Finally looking up from his hands, Gacha leans back against the boxes. Contact with the outside world is cut off completely. Even once training is over, your communications are restricted. Maintaining relationships outside of those you work with is frowned upon. That has to be an incredibly dull life, but some people really love the obedience, I guess. Are you planning to play every Shadowrun or only this one? I did play Dragonfall, and I will not play the first one. Since I played the first one on my own, I didn't complete it, but I played it for halfway through, and I was not impressed. Dragonfall made me fall in love with this, though. And Hong Kong so far is pretty good as well. Very interesting. The first one was just very flat story-wise, from what I remember. Maybe I should play it for completionist's sake. But yeah, it was the first foray into things, right? And I just didn't enjoy it very much. Anyway, it sounds horribly isolating. By design it is. It forces recruits to bond with their unit and transfer every emotion they have for their old friends and family to the unit that they must work with. If there's a tighter bond amongst any other special forces unit, I would be surprised. Red Samurai units are always 5 members, one of whom is a spellcaster. During training, each member takes turns being the commander. The most competent is given the billet permanently upon graduation. It's obvious that they don't assign a more seasoned commander because he'd have to assimilate into the small family first. Seems like a good way to ensure everybody has a fair shot at it. Yeah! Gotcha nods, propping himself up on one knee. It is. By rotating who has to command duties, we were able to see very quickly who had the mind and personality to lead the team, and who was more comfortable following. Ishida was our commander. He came from a rich family in Saitama, the kind of family where he was given every advantage possible, with the expectation that he would keep the family name prestigious. He was older than the rest of us, as he'd already spent 6 years in the army, a very severe man, rarely given to humor. Takagawa was usually the second in command. As our designated marksman, he tended to have a better tactical view of how an operation should be run, simply because he needed to study the terrain more. He loved to get us laughing. Without him, I think I would have gone crazy in the first few months. Our mage's name was Sasaki. She had been in training as a Miko, an apprentice priestess, when the magic began to manifest. She was in a unit for the challenge and for the money. Her family had always been poor, and they had always told her she would never amount to anything. I think she had joined the Red Samurai just to prove to them that she could do anything she wanted. Which is kind of a moot point, considering her family wouldn't even know what she was doing, right? She'd have to cut contact with them anyway, and I'm sure she wouldn't be allowed to tell them, oh, I have to cut contact because I'm joining the Red Samurai. My kind of attitude, I admit. Sounds like she may have been overcompensating a little bit. If she was, it was for the good of the team. I've never met anyone so focused on their goals, or so certain that they would achieve them. She was a remarkable woman. Oh, do I smell a little bit of erection from you, Gotcha? Our heavy gunner's name was Aomori. He kept the team honest with itself. He never had a disparaging word for anyone, but would not hesitate to call someone out for their behavior. Sasaki loved that about him. Really, she loved all of him. The two were discreet, but discretion only goes so far in such a small team. Oh. Still, we respected their privacy where possible. Is that kind of thing allowed? If the unit commander allows it, yes. We were given incredibly wide leeway in what to allow or forbid in our unit, the belief being that results were the only thing that mattered. If the unit failed, it would fail as a whole. Sasaki and Aomori were crazy about each other, and it would have done more harm to keep them apart. Lastly, there was me. I was the close quarters and breaching expert, the first man in the door when we had to clear a room. I was the perfectionist on the team. Aomori could get us to do anything, but I was the one who made certain we did it well. With style. With style? Gangster? Gangster style? How do you mean? You made them practice hard or something? How do you mean exactly? If a thing is worth doing, it is worth doing well. I agree. If that thing is also your duty, it is worth doing perfectly. Many times we would perform a drill or exercise well enough, but that was not good enough, if I had to trust my life to it. That was why we became one of the best teams in the organization's history. That's a thing to be proud of. Of course it is. Do you think I do not know that? I didn't mean it like that. Gotcha sighs heavily. I apologize. It is just that those feelings are still raw sometimes. Even if I were to be cured, I could never go back. They have been disgraced, and I have done unforgivable things. I've been cast out for good. What do you mean? How did they get disgraced? Did you disgrace them? Gotcha closed his eyes, sighing through his nose. When they ambushed me in Fukuoka, it was fight or die. I killed 2 of them before I escaped. I will not be returning to the unit, no matter what. Oh shit. He opens his eyes for a moment, shoulders slumping. It is not an easy memory to grapple with. It's fine, Gotcha, take your time. Thank you, Bong Bong. I'm sorry I cannot talk about it now, but I need to process the emotions. They are still raw, like the flesh I'm eating. I'm tired. Come back later and we can talk more. Good. Have a good night's sleep. Or day. Or whatever. When do ghouls sleep? Who cares? Do we want to talk to Duncan? Do we want to sleep first? Let's sleep first. Beep boop. Surprised Bong Bong doesn't lose attention and starts hearing echoes instead of words. I'm not sure Bong Bong is paying attention as much as I am. At Samurai, I'd be like these people refusing to elaborate before promptly leaving. He is pretty fucking baller, you gotta admit. Can you guess what his quest is about? Well, considering that I don't think we can actually cure him, it might be killing the remaining 3. Remaining 2 actually of his unit. If he killed 2 already, I assumed he meant his unit, right? He didn't mean just regular Red Samurai. He killed 2 people of his unit. So I guess, or are we gonna get him back into the fold? Or no, I don't think so. It's gonna be more dramatic than that and more like bittersweet. You got it. Okay. You wake with a start. Once again, you're tangled in your sheets, drenched in sweat. Your throat feels like it's on fire. I have no fucking idea what the companion quests for Isabel or Gobbet could be, by the way. I mean, Rakta is quite obvious. And I guess it's because we talked to Rakta and Gacha the most so far. Well, Isabel didn't really want to talk to us much last time, I seem to remember. And Gobbet was just fucking weird. You can't remember what your dreams were about, not precisely, but again you feel the yearning sensation, the emptiness in your gut and in your chest. Your head throbbing, you heave yourself out of bed. I had a bad dream once again. Better stop eating cheese before going to bed, Bong Bong. Isabel, want to talk? Bong Bong, you're back. She doesn't bother turning. Need something? What was your portable blah 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 blah? We asked this. Can we talk about the ambush? Maybe we need to trigger her quest first by talking about the ambush. I'd like to know you better. And it felt about the last run, actually. I have to admit, I had a lot more fun in Repulse Bay than I thought I would. Parties aren't really my thing. That's why we didn't go. And I'd rather be slicing ice than cake. But how many people can say they went on a run to blackmail a rich guy and ended up fighting his vampire mistress? Nobody in Shadowlands would believe me if I told them the story, not even a little. I don't get why Shen Yang hired Shadowrunners, though. There are a dozen better ways to blackmail Ma. Get the Decker to plant evidence of embezzling, hire the Triads to crash his sets and intimidate his crew, burn down a soundstage or 2. The way I figured, he wanted to hire us because he's friends with Ma. It's a messed up friendship, but it's there. Well, I wouldn't necessarily say that we're more civil than, like, Triads or something. I can't say as I understand why you'd want to teach a vampire to be a better killer, but okay. I mean, I understand the whole friends in low places angle, but we're talking about a vampire. They're dangerous. They kill people for food. Hey, have you taken a look around? People have killed others for less than food here, I'm sure. I hope it doesn't come back to bite us in the ass. Well, that would be a sexy thing for a vampire, to bite someone in the ass, sucking their blood out of their, like, bum. Oof. That really gets me going, actually. Can we talk about yourself? Something? She paused for a moment. I don't like small talk. Does that count? We went the same way last time. Give me more than that this time. Come on. No, I don't. Look, it's nothing personal, but I'm not interested in talking about myself. Just don't think that I'm a very interesting person. Okay, what's that about the Victoria Harbour, Isabel? I'd rather not. I lost friends there. Hello? Well, I didn't lose a friend. I lost an acquaintance. Duncan and I didn't come out of the attack unscathed either. They shot Carter down, same as your friends. I didn't know. I knew Carter for like 5 minutes. Was she a friend? You didn't seem that close. She returns her attention to the octopus, turning her back on you. Well, wow, I can't even answer. I guess I chose the wrong, like, line of questioning here. You don't like talking about things other than your computer very much, do you? There's a long pause before she responds. When she does, she sounds vaguely hurt. Well, fuck off, bitch! Stop being such a cunt, then! I prefer not to. Nothing personal. It's just the way that I am. Well, if you say so. You should learn to speak up. The whole strong and silent thing doesn't work for you. There's nothing wrong with that. Just want to know who I'm running with, don't you? Yeah, you know what? Let's give it to her straight. I'm an introvert. I'm at peace with that. If you aren't, then the problem is with you, not me. Can I shiver? Isabel, I'm gonna leave you here on the next run if you keep giving me lip. She turns, gives you her full attention. Finally. Tell you what, though, I'm gonna make you a deal. If my being quiet is a problem for you, then we'll talk. I'll tell you all about myself, satisfy your curiosity, but in exchange you need to satisfy mine. Are you Does she, like, maybe swing, you know? Oh, we're gonna play a game of questions. You answer me truthfully and I'll answer you. We'll go back and forth until one of us wants to quit. Deal? Deal, you go first. Ask away. She studies your face. We'll start off easy. Tell me what you really think about Duncan. Oh, I love when games do this. I love when games give you this pseudo-psychological run-through. I love and respect the man. He's family. Can be a pain in the ass, but he's like a brother to me. We're all friends who drifted apart. That's all. He was a means to an end back in the Barrens. Now he's just irritating. Man, as much as I'd love to answer truthfully, I don't have any feelings about him one way or the other. We're all friends, but you know what? I've been to prison. He's now a cop. He's a little bit of a jerk. He's also not really helpful in a fight much, other than his, like, subjugate ability or whatever it's called, so that's all. Huh, you seem to mean more to him than he does to you. Yeah, I think it's because I'm a woman, I think. He might have seen something in me. I'm not for him, but... Well, you've answered my question. I guess that makes it your turn. How long have you been running the Shadows with Gobbet? How did you and Gobbet meet? Where did you learn to dig? You grew up in the walled city, right? Tell me about it. Where did you learn to dig? The Whampoa. I lived there for a while after escaping the walled city. People there were difficult. We didn't get along, but it was a great place to learn. And that would make it my turn. She pauses, considering. So tell me, what was your connection to Raymond Black? It was like a father to me. Father! Me and Duncan, he got us out of the Barrens. He was a rich old man who wanted to buy the gratitude of some street kids. I accepted. He gave me some lollipops and I licked them. It's a little bit dark if I say it like this. He was my benefactor and mentor. I respected him. In that case, my condolences. It's always difficult to lose someone who you respect. Your turn. Ask me a question, I'll give you an answer. How did you and Gobbet meet? Her brows furrow, and after a moment she screws her eyes shut. We met as kids in the walled city. My prison was her playground. What? Oh, I guess she, like, bloomed in there because she's fucking red. Are you okay, Isabel? Of course I'm okay, I'm fine. She shifts her gaze to the octopus. I just have a hard time remembering those days. My childhood is kind of a blur. That brings us back to my turn. I feel like you didn't really answer my question. She gestures at the cam in the walls around you. You enjoy it, don't you? Living like this, working in the shadows? Yes! Raymond Black was wrong. This is what I was born to do. No, I left this shit behind when Raymond pulled me out of the Barrens. I want my old life back. This is survival. I do what I have to. Enjoyment doesn't come... No, I love this. She nods slowly. I knew it. I could read it all over you. Your turn again. Go ahead, ask me something. How long have you been running with Gobbet? That's a good question. Guess about 4 years now? A decent stretch by anyone's reckoning? Yeah, in a job where you can die any day. My turn again. Fuck, her answers are so short and concise and don't really give me anything to go on. My turn again. Her head tilts as she studies your face. And I think my last question for you. You're stuck here, marooned, you and Duncan both. He's obviously unhappy with the situation. He keeps going on about the things that he left behind. But what about you? Is there anything that you want... Pardon me. That you want to get back to? Nothing worth mentioning. Truth be told, I'm enjoying the change of scenery. Yeah, I left something important behind my entire life. Lie. My friends, my career, everything I had worth caring about. So, for the first time, I get the option to actually and factually lie. And it would be a lie to say that I am actually missing my friends or career. Why would I lie to her about that? Is it like a test to see if she can tell? Do we want to lie to her because we don't like her? Nah, let's be honest, and we're not missing anything. Nope. Super chatty. Yeah, everyone is super chatty except for Isabel. Even Bongbong. Nothing? There isn't anything about your old life that you'll miss? I don't know whether to envy you or feel sorry for you. Well, I guess the latter, please. She glances down at the clock on her desk. An antique model with physical hands that look like it was wrenched out of a submarine. Well, a frown spreads across his face. Oh no, I missed my favorite anime. Shit, it's even later than I thought. And I've still got a long way to go before the octopus is fixed. Well, I'm sure you're going to be still working on it the next time I talk to you, so why would these 5 minutes matter? She begins to turn away, her attention fixed on a stack of partially disassembled cyber decks arranged in front of her. Hang on, Isabel, you still owe me another question. Aren't you forgetting something? She stops in place, fidgets. If you've got another question, go ahead and ask, but be quick about it. And we left the best and juiciest question for last. The one that will immediately trigger her into a seizure and make her want to fucking kill herself. I need you to tell me what you can about the walled city. Her voice goes cold. Why? Because Raymond Black wanted to go in there and somebody destroyed my life to keep him from doing that. Why do you think that hellhole is getting into our heads, influencing our dreams? I visited the place, but I know that there's more going on that I've seen. Let's go with the dream angle. Her cheeks flush, just like they did the last time. She averts her eyes. No, I'm sorry, but no. Later maybe, but not now. You owe me an answer, Isabel. That's how this game works. Alright, Isabel. Maybe next time. Let's be lenient and graceful and forgiving. This way, she owes us. Blinking, she turns away and buries herself in the octopus's splayed innards. Usually it's the other way around. Please excuse me, I have work to do. I'll be back, Isabel. I'll be back. Let's save. And talk to Gobbet. Gobbet the rat. Welcome back, Seattle. She salutes you with her spoon. What can I do for you? Are you eating again or still? How did you decide on the name? We asked her this. It's her given name. If you're up talking about it, I wanted to go over the ambush back at the docks with you. It seems like this is the only angle I have with these two. Any thoughts about the last run, actually? Man, if every job we get could be about going to fancy parties and stealing the food and booze, I'd be a happy camper. We didn't go to the party. I don't understand why those trit types get in their weird rivalries, but I sure as hell won't turn down money to help them blackmail each other. Listen, Seattle, I'm all for making allies where we can, but do you really think making somebody better at being a vampire is a good plan? I know she said she owes us, but come on, I don't know how trustworthy a leech is. I like that we got paid, but I can't help feeling we created a monster that's gonna come back to haunt us later. We haven't asked Rakta about the last run, right? I would like to hear his thoughts on a vampire. What else did you want to chat about? The ambush. Yeah, she nods slowly, frowning. Yeah, I figured you would. That was a hell of a thing, right? I'd go a little further than that. It was a clusterfuck of epic proportion. I've been through worse. I'm bong bong. Like, every day is a mess with me. If I can, like, days where I find 2 matching socks, where I get an actual pair, like, these are the good days. Usually I end up wearing my underwear on my head. And like going out without pants and all of that kind of shit. It's crazy being me. A brow furrows. Yeah, well, good for you. That doesn't change the fact that I lost friends back there, or that you lost that mage that you came here with. What was her name again? Carter. She was a friend of Duncan's. Honestly, I wasn't paying attention. She was just a hired gun. I don't want to talk about her. Please go back to what you were saying. Suddenly going, oh no, I'm triggered. She was a friend of Duncan's, not mine necessarily. Yeah, she seemed like a good woman. What? Tough, skilled, light on her feet? But in the end it didn't matter, because some asshole with a rifle made a decision half a mile away. Yeah, that's how it goes sometimes, right? Nightshot and Gutshot were 2 of the strongest men I've ever known. Quality Shadowrunners, both of them. Watch those 2 fight for situations that would kill anyone and come out on top. And how do they go out? Just popping their heads like mullets. She mimes holding a rifle, makes a show of peering down the scope. Bang, bang, dead, dead. No blaze of glory, no final speech, just extinguished, smashed like bugs. They went quick and clean. We should all be so lucky. We would have gotten the same way if we hadn't gotten us out of there. They knew the risks when they decided to run the shadows. It's an occupational hazard. Let's not be a smart ass about this. Let's actually thank her in a roundabout way. She absent-mindedly raises her bowl to her shoulder. A rat crawls over the slope of her back and lowers its head to lap at the broth. It was more rat than me. She's the one who grabbed me by the gut and led us to the sewer entrance. All I did was follow. I'd like to learn more about Rat. She's more interesting than you. What kind of totem is she? Do you always let your rats drink out of your own bowl? She shrugs. Sure, why not? We're all part of the same nest. Makes as much sense as anything else, I guess. Of course it does. Besides which, I get shot at for a living. I've got bigger things to worry about than a few stray hairs in my noodles. Tell me about Red, please. She slurps thoughtfully at her soup. Oh god. A clever one. She's gotten me out of more trouble than I care to mention. Gotten me into a fair amount of it too. But I can always count on her to lead me out of hot water when I need her to. I can feel it in my belly, you know? Sort of a tugging sensation. I've long since learned to follow it. Wasn't aware that totems took such direct control of the shamans. Do they actually? Usually they don't. Me and Red, we have a sort of special bond. She takes care of me, and I've always done my best to take care of her. What's a rat's lifespan? Or can is it a spirit rat or something? Does it live forever as long as she's alive? Or another pair of beady eyes blink up at you from Gobbet's hip. A second rat scurries up her shoulder to join the first. And to pamper her earthly children like these two, meet madness and folly. Well, I guess she's talking about the spiritual rat god totem, not the physical rats, who are madness and folly then, I guess. Rats live a few years, I believe. Not terribly long, though. Like 5 years, 10 years? What time span are we talking about? Hey. Interesting choice of names. Madness and Folly. Folly is actually... I like Folly. It's somewhat similar to Holly, and I really love Holly as a name. Are they just normal rats then? I thought they might have been spirits or something. Oh, here we go. We can get an answer. Nope, just rats. She brushes her fingers across the white rat's mottled coat. Don't trust Folly, she bites. Can I pet her? How did you come across them? She raises an eyebrow. I looked outside? I mean, they're rats. Hong Kong isn't experiencing a rodent shortage or anything. Just pick them off the street. Any old rat can do. Yep, think of them as rescue vermin. You could probably do the same if you wanted to. It's easy. Just walk into any alleyway in Kowloon after sundown. Stick your hand in the first dumpster or storm drain that you come across. Keep fishing around until you touch fur. Ah, that sounds like a furry thing to do. And a really bad idea, actually. Yeah, in retrospect, it might have been. She continues to brush Folly's coat. The creature chirps happily at her touch. Odds about 50-50 that it'd get your hand chewed off. I'd probably feel bad about that. You seem comfortable with shadowrunning. How long have you been doing this? She dips her chin. A long time. Started when I was just a kid. You're still a kid now, Gobbet. What are you, 19? What? Or rather, yeah? God, you've seen a lot of action then? Wink, wink. She rolls her shoulders. Plenty. Been in more firefights than I can count. You're pretty new at this, you and Duncan both. It shows. Wow. Wow. She takes a moment to study you. Slowly her mouth tilts into a smirk. What you need is a wizened mentor, an experienced runner from whose experience you can benefit. I'm thinking that might as well be me. You aren't wizened, Gobbet. Back in Seattle you couldn't even order a drink without a fake ID. Sure, why not? I could use the advice, and I don't see Isabel volunteering for the job anytime soon. Let's humor her. I think she's gonna like that. You in? Good. Starting the next time you visit, I'm gonna teach you all about being a Shadowrunner. She stifles a yawn. Gonna benefit from a bountiful experience. Wait and see. Lucky me. I'm tired as well. Gobbet stretches, stifles a yawn. Her red scurry from her shoulders down to her hips. She taps the simmering pot on the floor with her boot. The soup inside has reduced down into a thick, vicious gravy. You know, Seattle, this has been a nice chat and all, but it's getting late, and I still have the rest of a hot pot to power through. So without wanting to get this too awkward, she glances towards the door. This is mighty awkward. Asking someone to leave like that. You antisocial, rat-faced, ugly-ass meta-human piece of shit. Wait, there are actual slurs for meta-humans, right? We've dealt with these racists in the last game. You know which ones I mean? Like these Puritans? I'm sure they had some demeaning names for meta-humans. Anyway, I could help you with that if you wanted. Wow. Am I coming on to her now? Say no more. I'll get out of your hair. Take it easy, Gobbet. Let's be socially awkward. I can help you. Thanks, but no thanks. Smirking, she brushes Folly's coat with the knuckles of her left hand. You can go get your own food. Now would be a good time. Alright, I get it. Talk to you later, Gobbet. Yeah, we'll do that. It'll be fun, you stupid cunt. Never talking to you again. Ungrateful bitch. Duncan! Hey, Duncan, do you want to talk as well? Ah, Duncan. Rolling my eyes here. You're back. Need anything else? What did you think about the last run? Knowing that you didn't come with us, I just want to aggravate you a little. I said that one out, remember, Bong? Enough of that. You need anything else? Oh, you want to talk about Raymond, maybe? Okay, shoot. Did he actually say anything about me after I left? I'm interested about myself rather than Raymond, to be honest. You know Raymond Bong. He taught us what he wanted to teach us. Told us what he wanted us to know. Everything else was met with a wall of good-natured silence. He used to say, "You are the master of the unspoken word, Mr. Wu. Once it is out of our mouth, it is out of your control." So no, after you left, he never said a word about you. Not a word. What do you think is going on? I don't know, Bong. He was clearly obsessed with the walled city and whatever prosperity is. Sounds like a sleepwalker trying to stumble his way through a dream or something. A sleepwalker who has Shadowrunners. Whatever he was doing, he knew it would be dangerous. Raymond was smart as hell. If he thought he needed runners to take him into that place, he needed them. What do you think he came to Hong Kong? Well, to get into the walled city, I guess. Well, he's from here, right? Sounds like he had unfinished business that he needed to take care of before. You think he's dying? I don't know. Why would I know? How would I know? I haven't seen him in like 50 years. Yeah, me neither. Just something to think about. You want to talk about being a Shadowrunner? We talked about the dream before, right? We don't need to do this again. What's there to say? I worked my ass off to pull myself out of the gutter and make something of my life. I did what it took to earn my bronze. And now I'm a mercenary hiding in the shadows of a foreign country, doing dirty jobs that the corps need to keep off the books. It's the reverse of everything I ever wanted. You seem to be taking to it pretty damn well, so let me ask you something. We didn't agree on this game. You're not Isabel. You said that you had nothing back home and that's why you were cool with becoming a runner. Was that true? You know it's true. When I got out of that prison I had nothing. I still have nothing. That's bleak. Seriously, bleak. Shakes his head. We really went in different directions, Bong. You to jail and me to Lone Star. Well, I get that you've got nothing back home, but this is all about Raymond for me. I need to understand what happened to him and who's responsible. I need justice. I don't really need your opinion of Kindly Chang, to be honest. Do we want to talk about the dream again? We asked all of this. Let's talk about something else. Let's talk later. Let's go back down to Rakta again. I want to talk to him about the last run. And I guess we can check the computer again. Oh, okay. Something new. Sorry if it was just a regular everything smells like iron. Sorry about the smell. It's long past time to purge the coolant sump. He frowns. If I had access to the proper equipment, this would not be a problem. Could clean fluid and reuse it. But alas, elegant treatment chambers are rather hard to come by, even in a place like HEOI. Shakes his head as if to clear it. Anyway, my friend, you didn't come here to discuss ins and outs of shop maintenance, I'm sure. What does bring you here? Any thoughts about the last run? I can enjoy social gathering as well as anyone else, but our client and our targets were contemptible people. Radio program, soap opera, intellectually bankrupt, saccharine sweet family drama without ounce of inventiveness behind them. This pep that these fools produce is poison for the mind. Takes a drag on a cigarette. Talking about poison, blows the smoke in the plume. At least we had to encounter with the vampire to make things interesting. Now what else would you have of me? Let's continue this another. I thought he would say more about us befriending the vampire, not killing her outright. Guess he didn't care much. Let's go with that. I have 3 unread messages. I have 3 unread messages. Oh, video about the dreams. Goblet's face winks onto the screen. Oh, fucking hell. Gonna have to clean it. Her reds are perched precariously on her head, and she holds a laser pointer clutched between her thumb and forefinger. Oh, hey, Seattle. I hope that I didn't catch it at a bad time. She flicks the laser pointer, and her red's head swivels to the right to follow the motion. Why did I just say that? This is a recording. It doesn't matter if it's a bad time. God damn it. You are... Well, I'm autistic, but you're something else, Gobbet. Well, anyway, I was thinking about that talk that we had, you know, the dream talk about the nightmares and stuff. Another flick of the pointer. Stop doing that while you're talking to someone. The red's heads turn left, their nose is twitching. Got a friend here in town. She runs the Parlor 5 Faces, sort of a local magic shop and talismonger. Name's Crafty. Yeah, I guess this gives you the clue to talk to her about this, considering that there seems to be quite a big side quest, or main quest, who knows, going on there. Flick, the rat's heads turn upwards to stare at the ceiling. Anyway, she's smart, really smart. Her mum was sort of a local authority in all things magical, and the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. If you wanted to ask anyone in town about these dreams, she'd be the right one to choose. Taps a button on the laser pointer with her thumb, and a little red dot and the tip goes dark. The rats immediately tackle one another, rolling off her head and falling out of sight. She gets up, her head rising out of frame. God damn, she's awkward. Anyway, just thought it might help. If you've already been talking to Crafty, please disregard this message. Alright, I'm out. Peace. Punches the button and the screen goes dark. 2 unread messages. I need to drink something, actually. Corbett isn't autistic, she's just a moron. Well, I guess you need to be slightly autistic to be friends with rats, though. Wouldn't you? Everyone is slightly autistic. I do believe in that. That we're just... It's called a spectrum for a reason. It's just that some people... No, there are some people that are not autistic, actually. But I think a lot more people are than we seem to think. And I don't mean that in a everyone's special kind of way. I just think that it's just unnoticeable, really, sometimes. Urgent task. Isabella's the autistic one. Yeah, well, you're right. She is pretty weird about things. From Candy Chang to Bongo. Urgent task. Little birds have been whispering in my ear about an urgent and high-paying run. Steel Lu, a red pole, managed to get his hands on information concerning a prototype laser weapon in development by Ares Asia Holdings. Looky here. For years, the Yellow Lotus and the Red Dragon have been locked in a cold war. Despite this, we remain evenly matched. Neither one of us can attack the other without being exposed to devastating reprisals. Lu wants to change this, and he has a plan. Rather than strike directly, Lu intends to aim external forces at the Red Dragon, specifically Knight Errant. He intends to frame a white paper fan named Golden Fong, making it appear that the Red Dragon have been bribing Ares researchers for classified data. Pardon me, I had to burp. 2 leading drone and energy weapon researchers have recently transferred from London to Hong Kong and are running the project. Wait a second, wasn't it Berlin? Maybe they're not who we're looking for. But drone researchers, this has to be a clue. Doctors Taylor and Hardingham were respected in Europe, but in Hong Kong they remain unknown quantities. They're untrusted and therefore considered untrustworthy. Perfect targets, in other words. We will provide data that will make it look as if the researchers were contacted by Golden Fong and made quite a bit of money, but grew tired of the arrangement. How is Bong Bong? As weird as she can be. Transfer the attached files to a data chip. The files are bundled with a worm program which will auto-execute when inserted into the appropriate systems. And that's a euphemism. You need not bring a decker, though one may be helpful. You will need to plant data in the visitor record system, the camera systems in Hardingham and Taylor's lab. Financial data is to be transferred to Dr. Taylor's personal terminal. That in and of itself will not be enough to ensure Knight Errant involvement, however. Planting the data is only the first part of your task. This is where heavier touch will be required. You will also need to steal the prototype laser weapon. There's a GPS tracking device attached to it, which Lu will plant deep in Red Dragon territory. The apparent theft of a prototype weapon by a disgruntled tribe member should convince Ares to dispatch overwhelming force against the Red Dragon, dealing them a vicious blow. Whoa. As a note, Lu does not care what becomes of the laser weapon. If you wish to sell it or keep it, feel free. I've also attached a map of your extraction route from the building. During the facility's expansion in 2052, Ares Asia was forced to extend the foundations deep into the islet. They drove paths through the former site of the central MTR station, which partially collapsed during the Dalu Bay earthquake of 2044. Practically, this means that you can exit through the basement directly onto the new MTR line without through Central. With any luck, you can be gone without anyone knowing how. Oh, fucking kindly change. Got it 5 pages ago. What you want me to do? Unfortunately, this road is heavily alarmed, so you will be forced to go in the front door. If you can con the front desk, you should have no problems. Yes, Bong Bong with a 20 charm. The facility is both an office and a residence, so strange people coming and going at odd hours is not unusual. Did she just call me strange? If you're not up to fast talk, however, be prepared to shoot your way in. Lou does not care if you're loud or quiet, but a word of caution. He came out by all this information via the loose lips of one of the research team. Other fixers know of this job. Move fast, you're guaranteed success, but there are definitely other Shadowrunners with an eye on our prize. Is this time sensitive? Very well. Steel Arm Lou sends his regards and bids you good fortune and plentiful ammunition. The dramatic git. Don't die, Bong Bong. Our arrangement has been very profitable so far, and I would hate to lose that. You can give Duncan the laser gun. He's pretty good with it. I thought this would be the laser gun we could give to the drone. 100 message. A restaurant job. Is that when you get jerked off, like under the table or something? From Kindly Chang to Bong Bong. One of the things I've learned over the years is that even the rich and powerful have annoyances. Thorns in their side, if you will. How many side quests are in this fucking game? No one is without troubles. The rich just have different ways of solving them. The client for this run has grown tired of one particular thorn in his side. Cheng Sing Rooster Lo. Lo is a red pole for one of the smaller tribes here in Hong Kong, the 289s, or the Easy Money Gang, if you prefer. Despite the 289's small stature, Lo's illegal activities have managed to damage the client's profits. Mr. Johnson would like you to help him show Lo the error of his ways. Well, lo and behold. Lo takes an evening every few months to dine at the Shangri-La restaurant in Aberdeen. Aberdeen? If you aren't aware, the Shangri-La is an elite establishment serving primarily corporate clientele from Wuxing Incorporated. Because of this, it's not unusual for diners to bring bodyguards or assistants with them. In Lo's case, he brings a particularly brutish enforcer known as the Talon, and undoubtedly feels well protected. You're going to prove just how wrong he is in this regard. You're to kidnap Rooster Lo. So long as he is alive and in relatively good health, all options are on the table. While keeping the run quiet would make things easier for Mr. Johnson, no one will shed too many tears over a few dead-tried thugs. The client has arranged an exit via boat. So long as you can get Lo from the interior to the restaurant's dock, the client will handle everything else. Despite being a red pole, Lo is a tactician, not a fighter. Don't expect him to put up much of a fight. The Talon, on the other hand, is as nasty as they come. Be careful how you confront him or things may go very badly. Take the run. I've let the client know that you've accepted the job. By the time you arrive at the Shangri-La, the boat to get you out will be waiting. 0 messages. We've spent an hour doing admin work again. I'm not gonna access the Shadowlands or something. Fuck that. I still have to talk to the Go guys again and the girl in the 5 faces. If you need 1 hour to like do an after quest sweep every time, Jesus Christ. 3 people, possibly locals, are busily hunched over, avidly discussing something beneath their breath. From the looks of them, they appear to be sailors. Rough-hewn clothes, stained by salt, leathery skin, and an acute awareness of being on land. You watch their feet shuffle awkwardly on the docks. The whispers are just within earshot. I asked Crafty, and she said the same. Damn dreams is bad. I think we'll lose them at sea. Supposed to set out soon to make the delivery. What if they follow us? See the man shudder. I don't think so. Crafty said these things is just affecting right here, right now. First sailor points to the ground. Soon as we sail, dreams will stop. Hey! Third sailor sees you and taps her friends on the arms. Her friends? It's a female sailor, okay. They shoot upright. One examines his fingernails, another coughs loudly, begins to hum, and the last pretends she didn't see you, but when he senses your continued stare, the third speaks up. What are you looking at, Landy? Landy? Oh, Landy. Because of land, since I'm on land. And we're all on land, so are you Landys as well? Just call me a lady. Maybe Lady Landy? Or the Landy Lady? I don't know. It's not time sensitive. Okay. Game just likes to lie to you. Well, great. Just like everyone else in my life. Pardon me, I just haven't drunk. I didn't drink enough yet today. There was a boat here with a merchant selling goods not too long ago. He leave? Was there? Huh? I don't... The three seller's suspicions turn into smirks. One snickers to herself. Merchant, she says. That crook didn't so much as leave as he was chased off by Kindly. No sales permit. No, not a big loss, though. Local shops have way better stuff than that small-time hustler. Why don't you look around? You'll find the shop owners here more friendly towards you now that you've gotten the okay from Kindly. Thanks for the tip. Bong Bong always makes sure to thank for the tip. They all exchange a look. The first seller responds. Right, stay careful around these parts. Hey, are these dreams? I'm dreaming as well. Me too, me too. You feel an uneasiness pass through the sailors. Seems anyone who comes by these parts is having them. As soon as they leave, the dreams stop. Right here it is. You're all acting like a bunch of fools. Any leads on why they're happening? We don't know much ourselves. We've only just returned from our last delivery, but the dreams ambushed us fast enough. I guess this is also the player gets interested in this. Or in case you missed it the first time around, you didn't talk to Crafty, or you didn't talk to the Go guys, or you didn't talk to Duncan the first time, or you didn't sleep. There's so many things pointing to the same direction. Hey, what about that Crafty? The sailor turns to you. She runs to 5 Faces, again pointing towards Crafty. Smart girl, might know a thing or two about this blight. You ask her and she may have something more to say. Didn't mean to interrupt, see you around. Brooding tide of whispers resumes as your back turns to the sailors. Crafty! Actually, go guys! Go guys! You want to talk? Please no. Oh, the 3 men are once again fixated on their game board. Jin rubs his hands together nervously, his face twisted in concentration. It appears that Shio now has the upper hand. Silence of the game is deafening. Amateur players would be filling the air with clicks and clacks of the stones against the wooden playing board, relentlessly trying to outdo one another. These men are different. Shio picks up a small black stone. His hand reaches over the board, then pauses. Jin stares at the outstretched hand, suddenly still. Shio begins to lower the stone. Down, down. Jin is practically on his toes, and then Shio pulls his hands back. His hand, rather. Man, like, as much as I love exposition, this is a little bit too much for me right now. I don't need to know where the game is going, to be honest. Perhaps not there. Strokes his short beard thoughtfully. It just keeps stroking it, dude. Like, see if I care. Jin tosses his arms into the air, nearly knocking over the playing board. Damn it, Shio, when you start a move, you commit to it. I swear if you're doing this on purpose. Friends, Lau interrupts the players. We have a visitor. The 2 players look up. Jin sighs, of course he does, holds his face in one hand, mutters something beneath his breath. Shio's eyes fix on you. He stares unspeaking. His generous smiles and playfulness from before are absent. Sorry to interrupt, I was just wondering if you're also having the dreams. Hey, these dreams you talked about, are you still suffering? This again? Don't you have anything better to do? Actually, for a matter of fact, I don't. Or rather, as a matter of fact. Yes, we're all still having the dreams. Lau's voice is calm, but troubled. However... Yes? 50 points to Gryffindor? No? They've gotten a hell of a lot worse. Look, let's not go into detail. He shifts uncomfortably. Anything would be great. He mounts over. Alright, but afterwards you have to let us finish our game. I can't make any promises. I'll hold you to it all the same. If it doesn't matter, then just start talking. He glances at Lau and Shio before continuing. Our dreams have become unpleasant, so to say. Darker, violent. Runs his hand along his tightly cropped beard. Not all that healthy, if you ask me, especially for men of our age. We come out of them in a day sometimes. Feels like we've been punched in the senses. Punched me right in my sense. And the imagery. You can see him shiver as he thinks about it. Well, I said no details, so no details. That about sum it up, Shio, Master Lau? I have nothing more to add. Shio? Shio's eyes bore into you. No, nothing. Why is he so distant suddenly? Is everything alright, Shio? You've been staring at me for a while. Shio continues to stare at you, his face pale. He opens his mouth, closes it. He seems to be struggling to find words. Is he having stroke? What's wrong with you, Shio? You'd better not be having a stroke. We're in the middle of a game. Get your hands on the table, Shio. If I catch you stroking once more, we're playing here. If Shio heard Jin, he doesn't show it. He looks at you and his eyes widen. You need to go faster. His voice is urgent, pleading. The shadows that follow you are getting closer. Oh, he's dreaming right now. Excuse us, Bong Bong. Our friend is tired. Lau clasps a hand on Shio's shoulder, who doesn't seem to notice. These dreams have taken a toll on all of us. Please come back some other time. Sorry, I didn't mean to upset anyone. Enjoy your game. Sorry. We're gonna talk to Crafty, and then we'll level up, and then we'll do another quest. I'm not gonna bother with any other inhabitants of this fucking hellhole. If there's side quests hidden or information hidden, I'm very sorry. I can't play 50 hours of this. It's gonna be winter by the time we finish this. Immediately upon entering, you notice the clutter. Somehow, the small magic shop is even messier than before. I can't tell any difference, to be honest. Stacks of book-occupied chairs, tables, and tops of shelves. There seems to be even more than when you first visited. It's as if you just entered a paper factory and it's spawning season. Spawning. You peer around the precariously arranged tower of books and find Crafty hungrily reading one of her mother's journals. Red rings her eyes and tousled hair falls over her face. Looks like she hasn't seen the better part of a pillow in a couple of days. She moves to stretch and spots you. With a quick flick of her hand, she marks her place in the journal. What a welcome sight. Have you found anything? Not too much. How about you? I thought you were doing the work. A slow smile spreads across her cheeks. She nods. This mind-numbing tedium is starting to pay off. Check this out. Dreams that everyone's having, they aren't really dreams. They're omens. From what I've gathered, we're walking a fine line here. Pretty dangerous. Attempts to interpret them could lead to mixed results. What do you mean by omens? You know, omens. Harbingers of doom and gloom and bad things to come. Her mouth twists to the side as she thinks. Just a minute. Crafty opens a drawer behind the counter and brings out a dictionary. Clears her throat. Omen. A sign that warns of future events by the way of visionary creatures or hallucinations. She closes the book with her thumb. Are you proud of yourself? What are they happening here? And that means what exactly? Apparently these sorts of portents are commonly linked with malign places and disaster sites. They're caused by leakage through wounds between our world and the astral plane. Great. That means we can seal them, right? What's causing these wounds? Can we stop it? This is bad, real bad. Got to find a way to fix this. I'm not sure we can. At least I haven't found anything about that in my mother's texts yet. She lays her hand flat on the countertop and leans forward. We don't want to dive into this haphazardly, Bong Bong. Remember, these omens can be dangerous. How are they dangerous? She holds up a finger and starts digging around for another text. After a moment, she locates a small notepad and flips to a dog-eared page. I hate when people do that to books and stuff. Like, folding a page to remember where they were. How disrespectful can you be to a book? Anyway, in here it says these visions, or dreams, or whatever you want to call them, are real. They're open to interpretation, but interpreting them incorrectly can be disastrous. Astral space is a place of dream logic. Taking the things you see too literally can be even more dangerous than ignoring them. Whatever we do, interpret or ignore, we're inviting trouble. That puts us in a pretty crappy situation. You're telling me it's not easy to interpret a dream, and it's even more difficult to separate the nonsense from the substance. Can you do it? Crafty plunks the notepad on top of a nearby book tower. I can't help you interpret your dreams. Whatever they're trying to impart, it's beyond me. All I can do is keep reading. There has to be something in this library that can help us understand what's happening. Keep it up. Every hole's a goal. She stealthily on. Yep, I'm on it. See you soon, Crafty. I'll be here. I guess reading instead of sleeping. Dog earring books. Death. Death. Die to death. Oh, man. Wait, there's a glaring orc here we can talk to. Let's talk. A diminutive female orc regards him with a sharp, challenging look. Hey, you starting, mate? The fierceness of her expression contrasts starkly with a sweet rounded face and neat bob. Oh, you have a very cute bob. Flexes her cyber fists. Oh, she doesn't have a portrait, sadly. Fires off a rapid-fire reproach with a thick Filipino accent. I have no fucking idea what would be a Filipino accent. Why are you staring like that? Didn't anybody teach you manners? She plants her fists on her leather-clad hips and just juts her chin out at you. Sorry! Relax, I didn't mean to stare. Back down, lady. You don't know who you're talking to. Sorry. She blinks and her jaw unclenches. It's alright, I can tell you're a newcomer. Just feel a little protective of my part of town. The orc looks you up and down. Finally, with a gruff nod, she introduces herself. I'm Rosario Ignacio, or to the members of my community, Cherry Pink. What kind of community is she running, and do they make trits? Or better than lives? I specialize in transport missions. Yeah, I'm sure you're transporting things in and out of holes. And nanny services. And I occasionally Shadowrun for walking around money. I can also fry up a mean batch of lumpia, but you can't have any unless I like you. Cherry Pink seems like an odd choice for a street name. Walk away. I should go. Ah shit, I didn't check every option to see if there was any bonbon in there. She glowers at you. It's a bona fide Filipino nickname. Unless you want a mouthful of fist, you'll show it respect. You said you make great lumpia? What is that exactly? What's that about being a nanny? She nods enthusiastically. Look around you. See these shadowrunners and dealers of contraband and Johnsons? There's a fair number who have kids. An actual nanny then. Though they wouldn't shout from the rooftops. It's usually too dangerous to keep family close. That's where I come in. How much business are you pulling in? The orc raises her chin proudly. Plenty. People will never stop having kids. The more dangerous the world gets, the more my services are necessary. I've taught children good manners, hygiene, and the proper use of firearms for over 20 years. And counting. Wait, you're teaching kids to use weapons? I show them how to use weapons safely. She jabs a finger at you for emphasis. What's dangerous is not explaining the world to them. The shadows, that is. These kids have to grow up fast. Weapons training is appropriate when you're living in a smuggler's den. I disagree with your naming philosophy. No, it actually makes some kind of sense to me. I'm really glad that someone finally gets it. The gut reaction for most people is to deny the danger. I'm so sorry, everyone. I keep yawning. It's been a long day. The rest seem to think the children are too immature to step up to the challenge. Well, there's plenty of countries that have child soldiers. If these kids are too immature to have a weapon, well, they better fucking grow up then. Me? I trust my kids. I don't underestimate them, and they never let me down. Wait, what's lumpia? Filipino spring rolls. Crispy and delicious and full of pork, or whatever pork-flavored substitute is on sale. It's important to be frugal. I want some lumpia. Please. It's suddenly become very important to me that you like me. The corner of her mouth twitches upward. She gives you a sidelong glance. Then you must earn it. Everybody wants to be my friend because everybody wants lumpia. Only a handful deserve it. How did you go from babysitting to running the shadows? And where did your lumpia skills come in? Her cheeks flush. Well, I used to take care of the children of a wuxing bigwig up in the peak. Turned out she was siphoning corporate funds to support both a gambling addiction and an extravagant lifestyle. She got sloppy and I stumbled across some pretty damning documents as I was tidying the house. I couldn't unsee them, much as I wished it, and I started to fear for my life. She was growing desperate, erratic, so I ran. What happened in the Philippines that I can't go back? Didn't run too far. Why not leave Hong Kong? How do you get your cyberware? There's always been a large community of Filipinos in the shadows. She's all about that Filipino business. I reached out and they all pitched in to set me up as a Shadowrunner. Now, whenever I land a good gig, give most of my earnings away, giving back to the community. Wow! I don't get why you give away your hard-earned money. Surely your debt's paid. Do you ever have regrets about leaving your old life behind? She looks away suddenly, her eyes moistening. I'm not sentimental about my old post, if that's what you mean. The orc takes a big breath and continues. But on Sundays, my only day off, I used to go and sit with the other nannies and housekeepers. We'd bring pieces of cardboard so we could sit on the ground in the shade under bridges. Okay. We'd gossip, eat lumpia and rice cake. Nothing special. But I don't belong to that world anymore. I couldn't risk word getting back to my old employer. I miss my old friends though. What happened that you can't go back? The Japanese imperial state happened. Supposedly they'd been in charge there for decades. I was just a little girl when they sent the Imperial Marines in and destroyed my old neighborhood. I don't remember the events, but I still dream of fire to this day. Supposedly, you say? The Japanese ran up against resistance from forces that came to be known as the Hook nationalists, neo-anarchists, but the resistance ultimately gets its backing from a dragon, Masaru. While the struggle continues, the country can't heal. Do you want to join them? The Hook? I don't know the Philippines. I barely remember it. It's always been a poor country. After decades of struggle, there's a really better option than HEOI. Well, it's gotta be the same. Like, just look around you. It's the best we can manage. HEOI isn't so bad, at least the people are interesting. That is right. The orc smiles. I agree, perhaps you may deserve lumpia after all. No promises though. Okay. Let's talk about something else. Sorry, I need to go. I can't keep doing this. Oh, we need to start a quest now. I need to do something today. It's been 1 hour, 20 minutes, and I haven't beaten anyone's head in yet. And, like, that can't be right. We need to kill someone. Lumpia is really good. Either with meat or vegetable, both are good. Good with chili sauce. Man, now I kind of want some lumpia. I heard of someone who found a salami between the pages of a book. That, like, that can only be beaten by, like, finding a used condom in a book or something. Seriously. The empty doors open as you approach. The museum, the Sky Tower, the restaurant, or the Ares facility. I feel like we shouldn't do this one yet, somehow. So we're gonna take a look at the museum. I'm actually interested to see what's down there. We're gonna take Isabel with us, Ractor, and I assume Gobbet would make sense, since there could be some spirits there. Right? And we need to break in first. It's like Isabel and Gobbet are given in every fucking mission. And then you can decide between Gacha, or Ractor, or Duncan. Gacha being melee, Duncan being ranged, and Ractor being able to do both jobs due to his drone. Depending on... Oh shit, we didn't level up yet. Gonna have to do this again in a second. Do we want to be able to destroy a spirit? Or just straight up take control? I think we're just gonna straight up destroy them. Because chances are that we have a spirit out of our own as well. Right? And no social needed mission if you want to bring Gacha. No social needed. Mark weak points in an opponent's armor. Reduce target's armor by 1. Pistol ability to increase accuracy by 30%. Yeah, we need this. Like, she has to fight every now and then. She can't just use a rocket launcher? Grenade launcher. So if we do keep, maybe bring Duncan on some missions. I think we're gonna go for the mercy kill, because the subdue still works anyway. Spit or shuriken. I think I like the spit, right? Ranged ability, spitting infected saliva into the target's face. Ignores all armor is great, with damage 8 and additional 4 damage for 2 rounds. Like 16 damage on a 2-round cooldown. While this deals 12 damage on a 2-round cooldown. And 1 AP damage, but I'd like him to spit at people. And I assume... Yeah, we're gonna go for the shotgun on Rakta's drone. We need a good ranged weaponry person, so we're gonna quick save. And board the train for the museum again and bring Isabel, Gobbet, and let's bring Rakta. I feel like it's gonna be my team now. I'm like the front brawler. We have some supports and we have some ranged weaponry. I do deserve violence, that's right. I still don't have any items, by the way, but that's okay. Let's confirm. Let's see. God, I'm so tired. The dig. This job is a golden opportunity in more ways than one. A raid of the in-development museum, the Emperor's Tomb. The museum's claim to fame is its location. It rests on top of ancient catacombs, where an excavation is underway to convert them into the museum proper. Intel has it that the workers are dying, not from on-site accidents, but from magical disturbances in the area. Despite the hazards, development continues. Your client, Mr. Drake, contacted you to retrieve 2 tomes, probably ancient, magical, priceless. But it won't be a smash in the park. You have to get to the tomes before they're catalogued, where they'll afterwards be near impossible to access. As you near the museum, its height and grandeur looms uncertainly over you. Even unfinished, it's reached an imposing size. At least it means it has plenty of room for pricey antiques. The best part? Mr. Drake needs this run to look unprofessional. Shattered glass and looting is encouraged. Difficulty of playing. Yes, as Emil said, I'm playing on hard. Isn't it in the stream title as well? Should be in the stream title. Oh, I should have checked if I could upgrade my... Well, we're gonna check if we, like, with the vendors after this mission. We have like 2,000 or something new yen, right? Karma available. Oh yeah, how much? 10 or something? 10. What do we do? What do we want? Unlock more abilities? Might as well, right? And then more hit points. Is that it? Wait, what's the hit chance for my not ranged? Here we go, for my weaponry. I can't afford this. We're gonna go for 1 more point in body. Good. Entry worked just like Drake said. You creep into the dark, unfinished site. Your comlink clicks in your ear, connecting a call. Good. Now I'll be appraising what you see as you go through this floor. Grab the best stuff and my alarm suppression should keep you afloat. Just don't get too ballsy. The books haven't been catalogued yet. They'll still be in the basement. The tomb. I'll be in touch. The earpiece clicks off. Call disconnected. He didn't even stay on the line long enough for you to get a word in. Your team powers up the nearby generator. Work lights along the new marble flooring sleepily flicker to life. Everyone surveys the site. You know, I've always wanted to do something like this. What do you mean? These artifacts have all been stolen from the earth. So now we get to teach a lesson to the man who's excavating it. That these were never truly his. Let's see. Let's have a little philosophy lesson here. Gobbet. If these artifacts were owned by other people before, how long do they have to be in the earth for them to be considered property of the earth rather than property of the person that died and lost them for them to be buried away? Because you make no fucking sense, Gobbet. It's not like Mother Earth created these artifacts. You know what I mean? But whatever.
There's an error in your logic, Gobbet. We're being paid to steal the same artifacts, putting our client in the same position. These objects don't belong to him either.
Oh, he'll get what he deserves too. Objects like these are too bright to remain in some vault or display case. More thieves will be drawn to them, like moths to a diode. I'm just excited to be a part of the cycle. Guys, can you just fucking let me smash through this and shut up? Steal... Okay. Steal some worth of artifacts. But we need to be careful not to trigger too many alarms or something? Was that it? Oh. That one's worth 30 nuyen. 30! Man, I could buy that many times over. Gonna explore first. Well, here we go. What's that? Painting with a plaque beneath it, it reads Lady of Charlotte, 1888. Is it gonna be a keypad in the bookshelf? Check for anything unusual. The bookshelf is made from a standard stained wood. It's filled with books by famous poets, both English and Chinese. Throw the books from the shelves and then break each shelf in half, exposing the back of the bookshelf. A knock on the back panel reveals a hollow space between the fixture. That's unusual. Smash through it! Whoever said that strength can't solve problems is a dummy. And I'm smart. And strong. That's what counts. Firearms are relics as well. Maybe of value to a history professor. Well, that certainly seems somewhat important. Okay. Every time it makes ba-boom, is it like tracking my alarm rating or something? She's objecting to making money of them. Oh, I couldn't care less about what Gobbet thinks, to be honest. Like, she's a fucking red-faced shaman. Welcome, Lao Zhang. Please input your password to log in. Access the login field. Isabel, can I get a hand with this login screen? On it, she clicks out a few command strings on the terminal. Easy. The section of the OS security hole has a security hole that'll just let me bypass the password without cracking it. Just have to spoof our user credentials. Here we go, the root menu. The remote building controls, please. Error. Remote building controls offline. Reason network connectivity unavailable. This place is still under construction. Local matrix network probably hasn't been hooked up yet. Office room controls? Appears this room is rigged to respond to computer-generated commands. Options are few. Ambience candlelight. Ambience business casual. Restricted access Lang. Business casual? Okay. Oh. Yeah, that room's lighting intensifies and shifts through various colors. You've returned to the room controls menu. Please candlelight again. Thank you. Jesus. Root menu. File system. Business-related files fill the sub-menu, most of them about contracts, construction plans, and financial projections. Among the files are several saved emails. 3 of the most recent ones stand out. Museum details. From Zhao Lang to Chu and Sun Construction Company. Museum details. Chu, per our previous discussion, I've attached to this email the revised museum blueprints. The prints outline various changes to the structure and building materials that need to be implemented as soon as possible. Some backtracking may be necessary, but it will cut supply and building costs by over 13% without compromising the museum's size and grandeur. I know you're against it, but production output will have to increase in order to meet our end-of-year unveiling. I'll leave it up to you to figure out the details, but if you find that you and your team are slacking off again, more cuts will be made. As to the loss of your worker, Mr. Fay, I offer you my condolences. However, we both know construction is dangerous work. Accidents are commonplace. You can look at this as an opportunity to hire someone more competent and who won't get himself killed. Zheng Lao, Gengshan Enterprise. On-site accident. Saying, I processed your informal request yesterday morning given a persuasive pittance. Persuasive, sorry. I've been awake for like the better part of 17 hours now. I just can't. Oh, it's actually like 18 by now. The Fay family agreed to forego public retribution regarding the loss of Mr. Kian Fay. Mr. Fay is the fourth laborer lost to hazardous working conditions. Public image is very important to the corporation. It's unlikely another transgression will go unnoticed. As your lawyer, I must advise you to double down on your construction safety protocols or to seek an alternative to monetary bribes. Money will buy silence in the short term, but we ultimately want more permanent solutions. Wow. Are they looking for a final solution then? I'll forward you the contract information of a Gangshian-funded organization that can assist you with such matters. Sang Melissa. Kilin Legal Practice. Gangxian subsidiary. Retracting investment. From Lao Zeng to Marcus Ping. Dear Mr. Ping, I can assure you that the recent rumors regarding construction infractions, worker fatalities, and malpractice are all untrue. Complete fiction invented by the local gossip circuits is stir up trouble for hardworking men like myself. I've taken every possible precaution with this museum and I have spared no expense. Should you need proof, I'll send you my lawyer's contact information. I promise you, you'll find no infractions filed against me or the Gangxian enterprises. Your investment is sound. Your friend Zheng Lao. This has been utterly unhelpful. Thank you very much. I don't want to go downstairs yet. Do I just take everything with me then? Oh, I'm gonna take this one for 12 bucks. Bing. And something somewhat expensive. I think this one was like 980, yeah? Got some karma. Why? What does it change? Can I not just break everything then? Why do I have to do it like this? I don't understand. You good, Lambda? I'm just fucking tired. I'm done for today, really. Considering that I should still upload a video for today, I'm not sure I will be able to. You can only steal 9 things. Oh, well, great. And then what? Oh boy. Security terminal. Hey. Terminal is powered off. Walk away. When you walk away, you don't hear me say, please, don't leave me. This job is both simple and clean. There's a locked door down here. How the fuck do you open that? Do you think the enemies are in here? And they come swarming out as soon as you steal too much? It's supposed to be a UI element tracking the alarm level, but it isn't there. How many did I take yet? Well, I got 10,000 now. I'm okay with that. I don't need to go for the 15,000. We're gonna go for the books now. If they're down here, really. Do not enter. I always listen to random signs. It looks a little bit creepy down here. Last time we've been in a basement like that, we fought like... What was it even? It was some scorpions or something, right? Pick up an ancient book. Just randomly lying on the table, okay. Some blood on the ground. So we're gonna run into a fight any second now. Considering there's piles of corpses or something? Or maybe they're excavated. The skulls, I mean. What was that? Shipping terminal? This isn't fucking creepy at all.
Hack in, Isabel. Jack in. Keep jacking, girl. Keep jacking. Oh. Wow. Oh. What? Even? Oh, thank God we have a lot of trays here. Just do a regular attack. Shit. There you go. How the fuck do I get around this one? Maybe I don't. I mean, what? I'm gonna suppress next turn if possible. Here you go. Oh my God, they move. Run, run, run. Get in here. Get in, get in, get in. Okay, quick save. Oh Jesus, I hate this. Oh my God. Just straight up fighting would have been so much better in my opinion. These things move in such weird ways. Deciphered spells or shipping. Oh, let's hack this one. Gonna hack the blocker eyes. Okay. Are we ready? Just run. Yeah, okay. 6, 5, 4, 4. 6, 5, 4, 4. Next. An M on the third to the right, and there's like this. And this. I think it's this one. Here you go. So we get the shipping, which I guess is pay data. Wow, okay. I'm gonna save here because that was like perfectly executed, really. Hack. Start. 7, 7, 4, 3. Oh, it starts with what? What? This one? This one. A lot of these weird ass O's. Anyway, deciphered spells. Oh, get a spell. Okay. Take it. Can I... Yeah, can I teach it to Gobbet? She already has it. Fucking... Yeah, send it to Stash then. Is that all that there was here? There was no other entry point, was there? It's just this one. That's it then. That's all we got from the shipping terminal. Some pay data, which is gonna give us like 5 new yen. And a spell we already had. Which is a different one with the same icon. I couldn't equip it on her though. Dragonfall was longer. Oh, the first one. This game is kind of long, isn't it? Yeah, this game is very long. Very, very long. Like, it's the... Do you see that? Do I see what? Oh, do I see that, you mean? Yeah, I kind of do, I guess. Do I just... Start fighting? Do I wait for them to... Well... Gargoyles. Hey, this is the other book. They haven't noticed me yet. Bongbong is very good. We gotta be sneaky, guys. Real sneaky. Oh no! Who that? Bongbong disappeared. Straight up. What? Where the fuck am I? What? Preternatural. What does this mean? Preternatural corpse? Gotta pommel you? Here you go. And we slice here. First fire this fool. Aim shot him and miss. Good. Wait, what happened with Rakta? Is he down? Did they just focus fire him? Oh god, where did they come from? We're gonna have to Rakta's about to die, we're gonna have to reload this one. What happened? No. Oh god. I mean, even getting to cover is not like. We're done. I might as well reload. They took the drone with them, but the drone can't do anything. Can it? Without Rakta? Gobert has a trauma kit. It's a nice what the fuck moment. Yeah, no, we're gonna have to reload this. 2 people are dead already. There's so many of them. We will now jump them. Getting the first shot on them seems like very worthwhile now. We're gonna run in and pommel the corpse. Because he's the dude that sends us down into the Shadow Realm. Oh, is it this guy? No, they're the same, right? Oh no. No, I don't even know what's happening anymore, to be honest. What's happening? Good. This guy's down though. Like, that's pretty good for now. And we're gonna assume control. And if they take someone down, it might as well be him. Oh look, I got my UI back. I got my UI back. Oh no, I forgot about this. Oh well. This can be your first mission. Absolutely bonkers. Absolutely fucking crazy. The others haven't come yet. Oh, here they are. They're gonna have to run a little, right? Good. Wow, nice. Really nice. Okay. Gobbet is in the Shadow Realm as well. Rakta's gonna get spit on. Jesus Christ. Katana Frost pierces armor. Up to 2 points of armor, right? Good catch. What's happening here? No way for us to get any cover anymore here. Oh, we can do this. Oh, the grenade launcher is so good. Deals so much damage. Wow. That was dog shit. Raptor hasn't done anything all fight other than taking hits. He's gonna die in a second as well. There you go. I gotta do it. Oh god, I can hit him too. Again, I gotta do it. He's already dead anyway, right? Why is the drone running away now, though? Okay, Gobbet automatically used her dog wagon trauma kit. And now she can get back into things. And by getting back into things, I mean, trying to do something, at least. Wait, this means we have no trauma kit anymore. Oh shit. Heal spell heals the most recent hit of damage. Oh, I didn't know that. I thought it was like somewhat random. Oh god. Please. I should have summoned a spirit. ASAP, actually. Yeah, that's it. Rakta's dead. Well, considering that this guy is just permanently just having the drone down there with him. Let's do this again. This is gonna be the rest of the evening, by the way. We're gonna do this fight and then like the mission will be over and we're gonna save and end for today. Okay, we're gonna do things differently now. Somewhat differently. We're not gonna huddle together if possible, even if it means not being in cover. We will unleash. We will pummel this guy again. And then pummel this guy. Miss. Okay, we will get out a fetish. And if possible, we want a fetish to go down there with this dude. Rakta's just gonna hide away and let drone control do the rest of the work. Oh, oh no, for a second I thought he was immune. 16 damage and 2 AP damage. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, it's him. Just go into Overwatch then. What was that? What did he do? Is this release or something? Oh no, I accidentally. Oh, fuck it. Who the fuck cares? Gonna kill this fool next turn, hopefully. Good. Good. We're gonna prepare for the onslaught of these guys over here next. Good, good. We trigger the Overwatch. It's pretty nice. And here they are. Isabella's gonna hopefully be able to grenade launcher them in a second. Like so. Wait, can we not or something? Oh, she has no point. Oh, okay, whatever. Then we will. May hit adjacent targets. No, thank you. Actually. Wow. Oh no. Oh no, no, no. I didn't want that to happen. Here you go, we're back. Woo! Wow. Wow. 85% chance to misses twice. Isabella's no OP because of the poison. Oh, great. There's so many of them. Apparently 4 by now, again. Alright, here we go. We can now try again. Good old trusty rocket launcher. Grenade launcher even. Good. 20 damage. One shot. Pretty sweet. Oh, I didn't. Well, okay. I have to live with this now. Who the hell cares? Good. The difference is 1% escape chance, so it doesn't really matter too much. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh god, this thing is dog shit. Hey, what's up with you today, drone? Oh, thank you. Yeah, I saw that coming a mile away. Okay. Drone is back. The most dangerous thing here. Again, it's only 1% difference. Oh, come on! 71! Good. Well, whatever. -1 point. Finish it. Okay. Can we get her to go up? To get up? I had to use the trauma kit? Still? Well, we did the fight. We... So fucking dog shit though. I need to buy trauma kits. Someone remind me. Okay, you're commonly crackers. You've got the books, great. Next you head to upstairs so I can wipe the security data, then you're home free. Make it sound easy. Did you know these creatures were here? No, I planned this run down to the last detail, but those monsters were a happy accident. Happy accident they tried to kill me. Keep my eyes open for more happy surprises. You do that. Now time's wasting. Security rooms at the top of the stairs leading back into the museum floor. Click a com link. It's gone again. Did I really kill everyone? It seems like I did. That was a pretty annoying fight. Some of your... Oh, great. Some of your tactical decisions are so weird. I want to watch your XCOM playthrough. You're prepared to be in awe then, because I was amazing. Courtesy to Craddock. A cadaverous husk materialized in front of you, unfolding like a flower from nothingness into being. It stands with a surprisingly upright posture. You can see that its ropes were once of fine quality. Raise a hand to block your path. Can I recruit him? It's a preternatural corpse. Stop. The thing's voice comes out in a hollow rasp. Something about it feels empty. It seems you can move freely through this realm, coming and going, taking what is not yours. Who are you? I was an assistant to a great man, an emperor. I was meant to continue assisting him in the afterlife. But something was unsettled. Bonds were broken. He's no longer here, and I wish to search for him elsewhere. I want out of this tomb. I must free myself from this place, but I cannot leave. My soul is bound within these catacombs, chained to the bones of life that I no longer possess. You think I can get you out of here somehow? I'm not helping a zombie to break out. This place is bizarre. What is happening down here? The books that you carry, they are alive. They protect themselves, distort space, and draw creatures to them who will serve. Our Exalted had the will to contain them. Wherever you intend to send them, I hope that an equally strong mind will keep them under control. Can I get you out of here? You can. Slowly, painfully, the mummy inclines its head, reaches into the folds of its robes, produces a ring of fired porcelain. The creature extends its arm, presenting the object as an offering. Sorry, I don't wear cock rings. I don't know if you noticed, but I'm a girl. Take this talisman and place it among the other artifacts you have removed. Once you have moved it beyond the binding threshold of this excavation, I will be free. Attack her, or him. Take the talisman. What's in it for me? The sure knowledge that you have done what is right. How do I know that I can trust you? There's a long pause. You don't, how could you? But I'm a man of my word. That is the right answer, right? You can't trust me, actually. Everyone that says you can't trust me is a surefire liar. Well, I do enjoy doing what's right. As do I. When I'm free, I will give you a thing, a token. Crumble it in your hands and I will come to your aid, but only once, one time and no more. Oh, great. So we're gonna have to use that in the final fight. Mummy's eyeless sockets seem to stand through you. You accept my offer. I'll do it, just for the sake of it. Thank you. The mummy inclines its head. I will be forever in your debt. Well, how about you appear every time I ask you to, then? How about that? Little as you know, I just didn't want to fight. So do we have to do? Oh yeah, we have to wipe out the security footage, I guess. Oh, pardon me. Turn is part of. This is the one. Flip the switch on the bottom right and plug in my data chip. Script will dock the security lock so we can sneak you out. He's gonna... like... he's tricking me, right? He's gonna lock me in here or something. He's making me the fall guy. It's executing now. There's a pause. You can hear him clicking his tongue like a metronome. And done. Get out of there. Well, okay, maybe he didn't. Wait, why would escaping be an objective? Is there, like... are there enemies here now, or... this room is just closed. Yeah, well, here we go. I assumed as much. If it's only these three, then it's like... pff, easy. Easy. Everyone. But we're just gonna go into Overwatch. Alright, Overwatch it is then. You're already in cover. Pretty good. The drone is gonna run interference. Try to get them to attack it. Can I manually... oh, here we go. Turn them around. I was about to say. Sell it immediately. No, come on, we're gonna use it. I want to see it happen. I want to see if he's as good when he's helping us as he was, like, here. Wow! Great! Well, it's gonna be easy. Poco's just gonna ask and, like, slash and miss, of course. Great. You know what, Isabel, just get in position somewhere. Uh-oh. Wow! Actually hit something. And we're done. Familiar voice pipes up in your communicator. Change of plans. Search those bodies for key fob. You'll need it to access the side door. There's a side door in the lobby. This one. Okay. Oh my god. This mission! It doesn't end. Most recent wound heals automatically at the end of combat, which is why you couldn't heal Isabel with Gobbet's spell there. Yeah. Yeah, I noticed. In the lobby, my program didn't work as well as I'd expected. Been monitoring the exits on my cameras and the HKPF have the front locked down. Can't go at the front now, you've got to exit out the side. The key will get you through the... pardon me. Locked side door, which will take you out to the east service exit. Gonna have to fight some more. I just know. Hello? Here we go. Every other door is now locked. Just in case you're like a dummy. Oh god, they're already here. I didn't even save. Wow. Bong Bong is down. I should have saved. I'm gonna create a new save now. Well, that is like fucking dog shit, isn't it? That is pretty fucking bad. They... Jesus. Well... Oh no. Oh, thank God. Oh no. Oh, okay. You're right, haste actually is good, but there's nothing really I can haste now. I can haste myself. But I still have one more IP, or... Anyway. Oh, Isabella's about to die as well. Oh, for fuck's sake. Gobbet is basically a haste monkey with random aim and healing sometimes. Move up, drone. I'm not gonna be able to do this now. Oh god. Wow, okay. I'm not gonna kill both of them in one turn, but... Oh, oh, it hurts. I killed at least... Oh. I didn't save in between, did I? It did autosave. But it autosaved before this fight, I guess. Oh man. If I can't do this in like 15 minutes, I'm... like, we're gonna save and do this next time. When... it's like the moment I walked into this room, I thought I should quick save. Alas, I didn't. How did I set this up? The drone is just gonna get out there this time. Yeah, when you don't save each minute, it just kind of fucks you over, doesn't it? Oh, of course. Flanked my ass, guys. Okay, haste. You mean I should make more use of my haste then? Which I guess makes some sense. Oh. See what they're gonna do. Attack Bong Bong, of course. Yeah. Alright. Can't really bong bong. No one to heal. No one to heal. Heal your own wound then. Who cares? Oh, they just fucking hate my guts now. Oh god. Wow, okay. Gonna regular save actually. $14 out of 60 hit points. It would almost be worth like healing somehow. But I can't. Can't even. Out of fight. Can't even. No, I still need to wait. Yeah, I need to pick up the key. Remember that the eyeless medkits are basically free. Well, if I could use them in between fights, I would do so. You can? Wait. It's locked? Click on the activate thing in item window. In item window? Oh, over here. I found it. I found it. Bong bong. Think one is enough? Or should I use both? Let's use both. Yeah, that's better. Okay, thank you guys. Oh my god. I'm an idiot, okay? Also, it's very unintuitive. And the fact that it has a lock symbol. In actual fact, it isn't really locked. One more run over here. Shit, not quite. Man, as soon as you step into this room, you're just fucked. You're just majorly, royally done for. Am I even in cover right now? I can't tell. Okay. We're gonna move up and heal Bong Bong's wounds, I guess. 9 HP is quite a lot, actually. Let's control the drone first. Again, the drone is gonna run in here to run interference. Hopefully get some hits in. Has a lot of armor, so it can tank a little. And Raptor's just gonna like chill around here. We can get them to waste the shots on the drone. That would be fucking perfect. Fucking amazing. Oh god. I don't really want to run in with Bong Bong, to be honest. Alright, that fizzled away. And they have a hard on for the drone now. Well, Isabel! Oh, she's Isabel, right? We're gonna haste Bong Bong. And Bong Bong is gonna try to do something. Alright, one is down. Alright, that was good damage. Wait, when did the other one die? Well, who cares? We're gonna quick save. Wait, Isabel is gone. What? Where is she? Oh, looks like... God damn it. I just did that. Didn't I? No, I did it before. Game is testing my patience sometimes. She's just teleported into another dimension. The Shadow Realm got her! Oh yeah, I can like preemptively... Is this worth it? Why do I not even get a cover bonus behind these things? Okay, this is a better setup than before. I can't save in fight? Are you serious? I can, okay. Because that triple 23 crit is what is gonna carry me through this, I gotta be honest. I didn't deserve that, but I'm gonna take it nonetheless. That was just some crazy good RNG just now. One down immediately. It doesn't even matter what they do now. They're dead. They're fucking gone. Carried by the grenade launcher once more. Oh, it's so potent. How can this... This is ridiculous. This is positively ridiculous. The fact that this one weapon is just so strong. Everyone survived this time. Rakta has a haste for the drone, don't forget. I do forget. Thank you. I do and did forget. Oh, God. Hey, oi! Your adrenaline wanes as you fly through the subway tunnels on your way back to HEOI. There isn't much left to do but pick up the shards of glass off your clothes and congratulate yourself on one hell of a run. It's just too bad you couldn't keep the looted antiques. By the end, you'd managed to steal over 10,000 Nuyen worth of items for your client, a number that will hopefully be reflected in your mission pay. The damage you caused will likely set the museum's development back even further. Not enough to cripple the project, just enough to send a message. But at the end of the day, you still managed to break a lot of exhibits, displays, and even the faces of a few tomb crawlers, the presence of which you had conveniently slipped Drake's mind. Surprise aside, You came out on top, and thanks to some quick thinking on Drake's part, you got the books, and you got out. It wasn't necessarily thanks to him, gotta be honest. Also, I saved the mummy, or I got a mummy as some friend, I don't know. Give the evidence on Neville Ma to Dr. Shen Yang. What? I did? What? Oh, my comlink chirps. It's Kali Cheng. Bong Bong here. We're gonna have to choose Bong Bong here. Bong Bong here. Come to the Mahjong Parlor at once, Bong Bong. I have something I want to show you. Your crew is already here. I'll be there right away. Very good, Miss Sweet. Very good. I'll see you shortly. We'll step in front of it and then save. And we're all gonna find out what it is together next time on Shadowrun Hong Kong. Next Wednesday. Artillery is the god of war after all. Is that what it's called? The god of war? Alright, everyone. This is the end of the YouTube recording. So, bye YouTube. Bye-bye.